actually, I typically introduce this one by saying you should probably be either really stoned or under 5 years old, and if you're not, you might want to consider leaving right now. Yeah.
Well, I'm really stoned right now.
Oh, okay, well, we have someone who's really stoned. Okay, yeah. All right.
I'm going to light it back up just for you right now.
Here's a story of two lovers trying to claim their right to shed identity, their right to rename. Now listen close, because this here rap ain't gonna be slow. It's all about two humble folks, Jane Smith, John Doe. Growing up was really hard for little plain Jane. No nickname could be found for her, caused her quite some pain. Now Gertrude Wiederschnauzen, she was someone Jane could see would really make her mark, going down in yearbook history. Meet John Doe, an unassuming guy. He'd often rub his chin and think, and then he'd wonder why an unknown corpse was tagged just the same way that John's uncaring parents named their boy on his birthday. Jane and John grew up together, married late one summer, but their hyphenated last name soon became a bummer. Smith Doe wasn't cool, future kids would brew. The day they were conceived, the couple needed something new, so they sat and brooded, wrung their hands and cried a lot, till suddenly an idea came, a name very hot. They ran to City Hall, something, something, something. The clerk there listened, then afterwards seemed dazed, but Jane and John held hands, smiled really wide, took some deep breaths, laughed and cried, gave each other hugs and lots of kisses. We are now Mr. and Mrs. Psychedelic Wonton, infinite espresso block, corrugated insulated peanut butter bitter sock, tango chowder crunches, kangaroo blue trampoline, overrated perforated bonnet velcro tangerine, pickle incense rotor rooter, rundown scooter yellow belly, photon fickle motown giggle seismic fiddle jelly, kitchen cushion fusion Persian hamster looney tune, midget tuna butler ducky ancient camel moon. Jane and John clapped their hands and ran outside, got in their car, sped away, then heard a sound. They saw the lights behind them and heard the sirens blare, because in their joy they'd driven way too fast, without a care. John pulled over and rolled his window down, gave his license to the cop, who looked at it and frowned. Do you know what you've done wrong, Mr. Doe? The copper said. John just looked confused, shrugged his shoulders, shook his head. You must have the wrong name, because my name's a tongue twister. If you're gonna call me, you gotta call me Mr. Psychedelic Wonton, infinite espresso block, corrugated insulated peanut butter bitter sock, tango chowder conscious kangaroo blue trampoline, overrated perforated bonnet velcro tangerine, pickle incense rotor rooter, rundown scooter yellow belly, photon fickle motown giggle seismic fiddle jelly, kitchen cushion fusion Persian hamster looney tune, midget tuna butler ducky ancient camel moon. Hey, he's leaving. Is it something that I said? Jane just looked confused, shrugged her shoulders, shook her head. Later that night, they called Jane's brother to announce the recent change, too afraid to call her mother. Her bro said, thanks, Jane, I'll have to call our sister, who then called and said, congrats, Mrs. and Mr. Psychedelic Wonton, infinite espresso block, corrugated insulated peanut butter bitter sock, tango chowder conscious kangaroo blue trampoline, overrated perforated bonnet velcro tangerine, pickle incense rotor rooter, one-ton scooter yellow belly, photon fickle motown giggle seismic fiddle jelly, kitchen cushion fusion Persian hamster looney tune, midget tuna butler ducky ancient camel refrigeration enjoyment sequence insomniac. Thanks, sis, for calling, but we got our name wrong. Probably because our brother is always such a ding-dong. Let me tell you now how our name really goes. No Smith Doe for us, we chose Psychedelic Wonton, infinite espresso block, corrugated insulated peanut butter bitter sock. Hey, she hung up. Is it something that I said? John just looked confused, shrugged his shoulders, shook his head. The phone rang again. It was the county clerk, sounding like he'd just gone a little berserk. Sorry, Jane and John, I hope you won't be shaken, but I looked through my records. Your name's been taken.